Do great movies have to come from a random third world country, like from 1937? Small, indie, like low budget movies, and other criteria that makes people think that you're a cinephile, you're a film girl, you are you are very unique, girl. You know what I mean? I don't think so. And because I think Transformers is a very good movie, and not only that, but it is also very important to me, at least, right? And I'm going to tell you later in the video, like, why is that? And this movie is based on my feelings. So just a little backstory. I used to watch Transformers like over and over again back when I was a kid, but lately, especially after I hit my teenager phase, I have not really watched Transformers like at all. So a few days ago on Netflix, I saw that Transformers is going to leave soon. So I decided, like, why don't I just watch Transformers and see whether me now as an adult will enjoy that movie the same as when I was a kid. And spoiler alert, I enjoyed the movie. Let me break it down to you why this movie is very good and why this movie is very important to me, with recency bias, of course. When I criticize blockbuster movie, high budget movie, it is usually because, in my opinion, they spend less time focusing on the main story, but rather they spend more time on the action itself. The action, the everything, I think is just a supporting aspects of the movies in order to support the main story. That's why I think you have to focus on the main story first. Let me tell you guys a story. This is a made up story that I just made like in minutes, right? Let's just say there's a guy called Jeremy. Jeremy is a poor kid, but his dad died due to cancer, and Jeremy is motivated to become a doctor because he wants to save so many lives. So because Jeremy wants to become a doctor, he has to go to medical school. The problem is he doesn't have the money for it. That's why he needs scholarship. In order to apply for a scholarship, he has to submit all the data and requirement that he has to submit. He stores all of his data in his phone, and the deadline for the scholarship is in 2 days. And then there's this guy, Michael, a very, very privileged kid. He steals Jeremy's phone, right? And Michael is a bully with a lot of support from his friends, whereas Jeremy isn't. So that is the main story, right? And I know it's bad, but that's the main story. In order for Jeremy to take his phone back, he has to be violent because of how strong Michael is, right? That's what I mean. Focus on the story first. If the story requires you to have a fight scene, then go and make the fight scene. And for me, with so many blockbuster movies, I feel like it's the other way around. They focus on the supporting aspects of movies, not the main story. And the Transformers movie, the 2007 one, isn't like that. I think the Transformers movie has a great story and motivation, like why they are doing what they do. This movie is basically started due to a civil war in Cybertron, their planet, making the all-powerful Allspark get lost in space, which eventually landed on Earth. Megatron is very motivated to get this Allspark due to his ambition to take over the world. Allspark is very valuable to Megatron because it can create a sentient being out of electronics. And with this, Megatron could easily form a bigger troops to take over the world. Megatron chased the Allspark all the way to Earth, but he crash landed on Earth, and Sam Witwicky's great-great-great-grandfather founded Megatron. And Megatron was later frozen by the humans to be studied. The humans had also captured the Allspark at this point. Megatron and Decepticon are all after the Allspark due to their ambition to take over the world. But on the other hand, Autobots, led by Optimus Prime, are after the Allspark because it could repopulate their planets, the Cybertron, or they could destroy the Allspark to prevent it from being misused by Megatron and the Decepticons. Optimum
Si Optimum Prime! Puking inang yan, Optimum Prime!
Optimus Prime believes in freedom. America. Hurrah! I am the real American. Peace and all of that good stuff. In my opinion, I think it is a solid motivation to the story. It is a very solid backbone, even though these kind of topics I think are cheesy, about freedom, about we need to stop war, which we should. But I feel like it has been done so many times. But still, very solid story. It seems like this movie has all the stereotypical character from 2000s movie. You have the kind of nerdy looking main character. You have the most basic looking bully or the bad guy. You have Megan Fox. And then you have the nerdy scientist. Like, it is great. It is, I don't care. It's great. And let's not beat around the bush here. If you are Gen Z and you are a male and you are straight, right? Let's not lie. This scene did something to you when you were a kid. Just be honest. Like, after watching this movie, I realized that, damn, I like women. Life isn't just about toys. Life is more than meets the eye. I understand you, Sam. I understand you. And Optimus Prime as well, bro. What a great leader he is. Like, when he said, Autobots roll out, I was very motivated. Like, yes, Optimus Prime, yes, we can do it together. Let's win as team. Yes, we are Autobots. And do you know that noise? The it is just very nostalgic. Like, it gives me chill whenever I hear that sound. About Bumblebee as well. Even though he can only communicate through radio, I feel like he has a personality as well. When he beat on the Sector 7 leader, like, what the fuck is Sector 7? Sector 7 sounds like a boy band, bro. Like, do not act tough when you're part of the Sector 7. Like, make pop songs, bro. Yeah, Bumblebee is a character. I love his taste in music, and I wanted a yellow Camaro because of Bumblebee. Megatron looks cool as well. Megatron is cool. Like, Megatron actually looks like an antagonist. How can a robot looks antagonist? He looks like an antagonist. He looks like he can hurt you badly. And then Starscream is also very good. Underrated as well. The point of this chapter is to tell you the impact of the Transformers characters on me growing up. Although if I want to be very critical about this movie, I would say the robots, other than Megatron, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, blah blah blah, blah, are not very important. They did not play a big role in the movie. They are very important, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I don't know them well enough. Like, I don't know them personally. Like, I know me and Optimus Prime can have a drink together. Like, if you don't believe it, we had beers together. So yeah, the characterization in this movie played a big factor growing up. I believe that you guys also feel the same way, so let me know in the comment what you think. Let me start by saying this. Other than movies, I also like music, especially guitar. What do you think a great guitarist is? Is it somebody who can play technically? If yes, then there are plenty Instagram guitarists that can play perfectly with technique. But there's a reason why I love John Mayer. John Mayer is popular. Like, I don't feel alone whenever I tell people that I listen to John Mayer. Like, I love his guitar playing, because I know that millions other people enjoy John Mayer as well. Millions of other guitarists was inspired by John Mayer, and that's a plus point for being popular. I know there are other aspects that contribute to how popular an art can get. For example, financial support from the labels. The point that I'm trying to make here is that it is okay to be popular. Sometimes it is a good thing. And in the case of Transformers, I love the fact that this movie is very popular. When I was a kid, I could talk about Transformers to basically any other kid. And that is one of the reasons why this movie is very impactful to me, very important to me, because I could just go to some random kid and ask them, like, who's your favorite Transformers? Are you on Team Autobots or Decepticons? Like, and we had great discussion about it. I have made so many friendships because of Transformers discussion. That is very impactful for me. I love the fact that Transformers is popular. This is the one size fits all of this video. First of all, let's talk about the music in this video, the soundtrack. The soundtrack sounds very good. I'm not Jacob Collier, so I cannot tell you the theoretical reason why this sounds good. But from what I feel, I feel like the song is kind of talking to me that you can do it. We are going to win. We are going to win. It is going to be hard. It is going to be a hard battle. But in the end, we are going to win. And that's just amazing for me. Like, Autobots roll out. There are other musics as well in this movie, but let's talk about the one from one of my favorite band, one of the most influential band in my life, right? And it is Linkin Park. The song is New Divide. At the end of the movie, it is just so perfect for me, in my opinion. Like, if the soundtrack makes me feel like I am going to win, this New Divide song at the end of the movie makes me feel like I have won. It is safe on Earth. Come down here, Autobots. The next is the CGI. Like, can you believe this movie was made in 2007? No, released in 2007, so probably made before that. But just look at the details on the robots, especially when they transform from cars into robots. There's a reason why the budget for this movie was 145 to 200 million dollars, and thankfully the worldwide box office was around 708 million dollars. And the last thing is Michael Bay explosions. Boom. You want an explosion? Boom. You want an explosion? Boom. You want an explosion? Boom. You, sir, you want an explosion? Nah. You need to be louder than that. You want an explosion? Boom for you. Thank you, sir. There's a reason why they call me the Michael Bay of YouTube. Nobody has ever called me that. That's why I think this movie is very important to me. The influence this movie had on me, the story, the characters, Megan Fox, the friends I've made due to this movie, the music, everything, man. It is very important to me. Like, this is just me yapping about the movie, and that's basically what my channel is about. If you want an opinion from professionals, you can watch other video, but this is my video, and I have nothing more to say. One last boom.